Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into a fascinating and critical topic in aviation, runway overruns. This is one of those events that highlights the importance of precision in every stage of flight. We'll be discussing a recent case involving an Anadolujet Boeing 737-800 and also looking into broader insights from safety experts. Let's get started. So let's begin with the incident that occurred on a flight from Ankara to Hakkari in Turkey. According to a report by the Aviation Herald, an Anadolujet Boeing 737-800 was on its approach to Hakkari. But due to poor weather conditions, the crew had to abort their initial landing attempt and hold in a pattern for some time. Now, this kind of decision is very common in aviation when the weather isn't cooperating. Pilots have to assess the conditions, and if it's not safe, they'll often go into a holding pattern to wait it out or make another attempt. In this case, the crew repositioned for a second attempt at landing on runway 29. Everything seemed to be going well as they touched down, but then they ran into an issue. They were unable to stop the aircraft before the end of the runway. Thankfully, no one was injured in this incident. The plane came to a stop with its nose gear resting on soft ground, while the main landing gear remained on the paved runway end safety area. The aircraft became disabled, but most importantly, everyone on board was safe. While this specific incident didn't result in injuries, it highlights a larger issue in aviation safety: runway excursions. Now, this term may not be familiar to everyone, but it's one of the most frequent categories of aviation incidents and accidents, alongside something called controlled flight into terrain, or CFIT. In fact, a study published by Airbus in their Safety First magazine states that runway excursions are consistently one of the main causes of accidents. Over the past 2 years alone, Airbus reported at least 10 incidents involving runway excursions. One of these incidents was so severe that the aircraft involved was damaged beyond repair. But what's really important are the root causes of these events and how understanding them can help prevent future accidents. So, what can we learn from these events? Airbus identified several key safety messages that are crucial to avoiding runway excursions, and they're pretty straightforward. 1. Fly stabilized approaches. 2. Be go-around minded. Now, these 2 points may seem simple, but they are absolutely essential. A stabilized approach means the aircraft is on the right path, at the correct speed, and properly configured for landing. If anything is off, altitude, speed, or approach angle, it's crucial for the crew to recognize that and execute a go-around if necessary. Go-arounds are often misunderstood by passengers as something that went wrong, but in reality, they're a routine safety procedure when a landing approach isn't ideal. The decision to go around is one of the best safety tools pilots have at their disposal. To drive home the importance of this, let's go over a few more critical points. Crews need to prepare for each approach thoroughly. This includes everything from reviewing the conditions to ensuring the approach is stable from start to finish. Recognizing the need to go around and doing it early enough is vital to avoid overshooting the runway. And of course, performing a safe go-around requires precision, but it's a key step in maintaining the highest safety standards. In essence, runway excursions can often be avoided by following these golden rules. Fly a stabilized approach and always be prepared for a go-around. Before we wrap up, Airbus also mentions a few other resources that can help flight crews manage these risks. Their Flight Operation Briefing Notes, or FOBNs, provide guidelines on topics like flying a stabilized approach, descent and approach profile management, and managing the aircraft's energy during approach. These are all essential tools that pilots can use to ensure a safe landing, even in challenging conditions. That's all for today's episode. Runway overruns might not make the headlines often, but they're a critical area of focus for aviation safety experts. Next time you hear about a go-around or wonder why the plane circled the airport a few times, remember, safety always comes first. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. Fly safe, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Fly.